everybody, how are you all? I'm just going to welcome all our new subscribers. We've had a few over the last few days and that's awesome. So thank you to all the new subscribers. I love coming on here and having a chat about what's going on, even though it's a horrible situation. We're going to go over the two most recent interviews with Voices Behind the Wall, and I also want to go over this supervised visit situation. No worries, Doug. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I've put Doug's link in the description. Guys, please go over and see his videos. He's doing an awesome job, and I love Doug now. I never used, like way back when he was with Benny Skis, it was just like, Doug, I'm going to knock you out if I was in America. But I've come to respect Doug so much because he's grown so much. He's turned things around, and I have much love and respect for you, Doug. And I just love the way, you know, you owned everything. You owned what was not good, and yeah, you've acted on it. Not a lot of people can do that at all, you know, especially in such a public social media world that we live in now. But I know it was a nightmare. Like, there were times where I didn't know whether to laugh or cry for you, because it all comes down to your passion. Like, you're so passionate like the rest of us. And, you know, I've seen you cry real tears, man. And it's, you know, it does get you like that, doesn't it? Like, one minute you just want to bawl your eyes out, and the next minute, you know, somebody can lift you up and you're having a great day. So I want to lift you up. I try to with my comments and little things, but we've got you. And I say that to you all the time. We've got you, because you got rid of the cancer in your situation. That cancer is Benny Skis. Big time. We have to get rid of that guy. I know I'm really new little channel and still as nervous as heck, but that's half the reason I've got a little channel now, is because I can't sit back and just shut up. I really can't. And I'm not a person that, like, I'm a bit of an introvert, but when it comes to all this stuff, it's very, very important. And yeah, hats off to you, Doug. Very proud of you. And I'm going to play your little video, the one about the sheriffs, if that's okay, because that was so cool for you to do that and show that it's not going to cost $5,000 to get a police report. But if that's okay, we will do that as well. But what's got me interested this morning, whoops, sorry, I just headbutted the microphone, is the supervised visits. Supervised visits. These kids have been taken out of the family home because of a reason. We don't know exactly what these reasons are just yet, but I can tell you it doesn't happen for no reason. As I've said in a couple of my other videos, my husband and I are and have been raising two of our granddaughters for the last 7 years, because they're just walking in and out and they're really unnerving me, and I might need a supervised visit any minute now. But we've been homeschooling all day and it's time for them to give me some nanny time. So off you go. They're leaving any second now. Anyway, because of our situation, I know exactly, although we're in Australia, I'm pretty sure the processes work very much the same, as in the girls are in legal care by the department, okay? But we are their carers. We're going to go for guardianship very soon, so that'll mean we don't have to deal with the department anymore. But at the moment, we have them come visit us every 30 days, and we have so much paperwork and things we have to do. You know, the four of us have to have frequent medical appointments, and for my husband and I, we have to have medicals to prove that we're medically fit and able to have the girls in our custody. And of course, they have to have annual dental, medical, pediatrician appointments, all that sort of stuff. It is, as well as schooling, reports, frequent ones, school counsellors, everything like that. They do have like heaps of contact with their dad every second weekend and stuff like that. But with mum, hi Kathy, she sort of hasn't been in the picture a great deal whatsoever. I'm not going to get into the issues, but yeah, she has some mental health and substance issues and just missing in action issues. That's all I'm going to say. So the girls haven't seen her in over 18 months. But when they do see her, they are supervised visits. So do you see how that's sort of irrelevant in the description? So supervised visits are usually handed down through the court, which obviously is what has happened with Donald and Candace. Their children have been removed, so now the department will go through and state that they have to have supervised visitation. So I tried to find documents that are totally relevant to Tennessee, not just going off Australian documents, but this one is an American one, and it says supervised visitation is when a parent is only allowed to visit with their child under the supervision of another individual. I highly doubt that this next bit is, I don't think it would be with a family member as it says on here, or it says a family member or a social worker. I don't think it would be a family member. I think a social worker would be facilitating their visitations. The visit may take place at the parent's home or I don't think that would happen either in this situation, or in a designated visitation facility such as a childcare centre. Judges typically order supervised visitation when the visiting parent's fitness is in question, such as in the event of prior alcohol or substance misuse, or if there have been allegations of abuse or domestic violence. And that can also be abuse and domestic violence. The purpose of supervised visitation is to ensure that parents have an opportunity to maintain contact with their children in a structured environment that is both safe and comfortable for the child. So now it goes on to how supervised visits work. Typically, the visiting parent will need to report to the designated visitation centre to visit with the child, or the judge will arrange for the child to be delivered to the parent's home, which I don't think is happening with Donald and Candace. In both cases, the judge will specify who is to supervise the sessions. Many times, a counsellor or social worker supervises contact and ensures that the parent visits with the child in a controlled setting. So they will sit with the parents and the children and observe and listen and watch the interactions, the conversations, if anything comes up where they're trying to persuade the kids to act inappropriately or, suggest anything to the kids in any way, shape or form, that visit will come to an end real quick. There can be other things that happen where the parents are instructed prior to going to a visit what they can or what they should and shouldn't do. Just to give them a bit of awareness of their restrictions and how to best not upset the kids. And I know that from our situation. You don't want the girls having false hope that, the parents in this situation have to not give the kids false hope or promises that things are going to be different in a couple of weeks. And this is all, they can't do that to the kids and give them unrealistic things to maybe look forward to or promise or anything like that. So I'm pretty sure Don and Candace would have a list of should and should not do during the supervised visits. Okay, the duration of supervised visit orders. A judge may order supervised visitation temporarily or indefinitely. If there are allegations of abuse or domestic violence, a judge may order that visitation with the accused parent be supervised until the allegations are fully investigated. So usually they won't take them unless it has been confirmed that there are reasons why these children have been removed. And they won't just take them and then investigate. I have no doubt that they still are investigating what's going on after the removal, but they have to have firm proof prior to the removal. Otherwise, they just can't take them just because someone said Yahoo's, brothers, whatever. It has to be a confirmed reason to do that. Judges take allegations of abuse or violence seriously and will investigate these allegations fully. If a judge has already determined that a parent is not fit for custody, the judge can still allow visitation on an ongoing basis, but require that the visitation is supervised in a controlled setting. In these cases, visitation will remain supervised until the parent can demonstrate that there has been a change in circumstances, such as attendance in a drug rehabilitation program, which impacts the parent's fitness. Usually when you get to a stage where the kids are removed for proven reasons, there's got to be, it's a long process. Like, they don't just say 1 week, oh, you're having supervised visitation, and then next month, oh no, we're going to take the supervision part of it out. It's usually over a good period of time. Once a judge has determined custody and visitation through a court order, the order remains in place until a parent can demonstrate that there has been a change in circumstances. A change in circumstances can be one parent's decision to move, a parent's successful completion of rehab or counselling, or other changes that impact a parent's suitability. The parent who wishes to change the court order must return to the court and request that the agreement. That's sort of more where, say, a husband wants the wife's visitation supervised, and that's not our situation. So, yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I don't think they will be, because we don't know the actual court charges of why they've taken the children, or if there are actual criminal charges against Donald and Candace, because they are juveniles. It is not free for the public to see as yet. I just find that interesting that, you know, everyone's saying, oh, they've got criminal charges for child abuse. But we don't know that because it hasn't. Hey, Holly. Hi, Miss Justice. Yeah, I get a little bit sidetracked when I see everybody in here. Yeah, so it is interesting that, to me, that these supervised visits are obviously there because they feel one of them things is going to happen. That Don and Candace are going to maybe coach the boys or give them false hope that they're going to have them back in a couple of weeks, which I do not think will happen anytime soon. Yeah, maybe the boys don't want to see them. You wouldn't know. Yeah. The boys might feel that they're scared of Don and Candace now. They might feel like it's all their fault for some reason. But it's very telling, isn't it, that they have to be supervised to see the boys now. And just makes you curious as to why. Like, it's obviously out there why. I don't know where the information come from that they were punched and kicked and locked in the thing in the basement, but it's come from somewhere and it'll come out. Don and Candace have supervised visits. Yeah, Kathy, I seen it on one of the interviews with Don. That's okay, Miss Justice, whatever you want to do. Yeah, it's just crazy, isn't it? I really feel for the boys that all of that must just be so hard to deal with. Like, I know with our girls, the leading up to the visit. And I think it's because of the period of time in between seeing mum, you know, they get so stressed out before and after, and it's not fun for them or us because we've got to deal with the aftermath of it. But it's hard, like, so I fully get where these little fellas are coming from, and that was their world. That's all they ever knew. You know, to all of us that have watched Chris McDonough's videos and seen the inside of the house and everything else, yeah, it's horrible, the living conditions. But to the boys, that's home. Like, they didn't know any different. Now they do, because they're in. What else has made me really, really sad is the fact that they've been split up. Somebody said the other day, and they're not all together. So can you imagine, like, first you lose your sister, then you are separated from your home and everything you know in the world with mum and dad, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, that's still their family. And then to lose each other by being split up. And then boys look super, super close, didn't they? You know? It's just so sad. Like, it is so sad for Summer, and I know it's all about Summer and everything, but it's also about the boys. The boys are victims too. We know where they are, and we know they're healthy and being looked after and all the rest of it, but emotionally they're not okay. They probably never will be. It's going to take a lot to get them through this, and let's hope they're getting all the extra support with the families that they're with now, and say some prayers for them. And I'm sure you all have, but if you're going to donate, please donate to the to either Equisearch or the Church Hill Rescue Squad. I will put them links in my description, as well as I forgot to do that. But yeah, I was going to go through the abuse definitions and all that sort of stuff, but I think we're pretty good on that. I'm pretty sure we all have a very good clue on what is not okay with your kids. I'm going to play you guys Doug's video on how he rang the sheriff's office today. I had a giggle because if you've seen Voices Behind the Wall the other night, she's saying, "Oh, Don, it's probably going to cost you $5,000. I was working with another couple, and it cost them $5,000 to get a police report on their own case. And Doug has taken it upon himself, like a little legend, to ring the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department to get that information for us." So, yeah, I just thought it was gold. Good on you, Doug. So we're going to play that, and hopefully that's okay with Doug. I'm sure he'll let me know if it's not.
Dawn and Candace, instead of donating to Voices Behind the Spackle, I just wanted to make sure that I did my public service for you guys. I called Hawkins County Sheriff to find out how much and when can you pick up the police report. And here's what they had to say.
Hawkins County.
police report for something that happened to her family. That there's a report already taken. Is there a charge for them to come and grab one, or do you guys give the family members the police reports? Did she file it? No, it was actually a police report that was taken for an active crime. Who filed the report? The police, the Hawkins County Sheriff took the report, so I didn't know if she just comes down to the station and if there's a charge, if I have to have her have money in her ID. I don't think she has to have money. Just come down here and tell them you're picked up. You have to come Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for your time, sir. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
And you guys, yeah, police reports should be free. But I know another case where I talked to the parent and had to pay about $2,000 for the police reports on Christian's case. So I've seen where people have to pay, and that's their son. You know what I'm saying? So
I see. They should be free. Again, this just shows the thought process of Don and Candace. The first thing you should do is get all the documentation on the crime against your kid to find out what the heck is going on. This is No Thanks Investigates, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
Gold, Doug. I loved it. I love the little takeoff of Chris too. I've been trying to work out who does a better job, you or AB, but I think you might have it in the bag. Don't tell AB I said that. You're supposed to do a great job. I love both of your channels. Sure. Yeah, I wish I could do it like you guys. So cool. So cool. Anyway. Voices behind the wall. I was going to try to not do a horrible video like the other day because, you know, does anyone know what's going on, what has happened with them and Mountain Girl? Because Mountain Girl's channel's not there. In AB's live he did earlier this morning, I seen in the comments there was something about Mrs. Share had threatened Mountain Girl. And I said, oh, really? That's nothing new. She come in here and threatened me. And that's fine. Oh, thanks, WV Peach. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. But as I have said over and over, the day she live bombed me when I was playing her video, I was nothing but respectful to that girl. And then she decided to come for me on her live, so it's all good. Like, I'm fine until someone pisses me off, and then look out. I'm happy to disagree nicely, and yes, be kind and all the rest of it, but don't say one thing and do another. I cannot handle that shit in the world. Like, own it. Be real. Don't come on my channel, be nice in my comments, and then come for me in a live or put words in my mouth, because that's not okay. And then I'm an angry nanny, and that's not a fun time for anybody. And I don't like being angry because I'm nice and I try to be funny, and not funny as in, you know what I mean. I just don't like being angry. So that's not what I got into this for. I got into this to talk about these cases and to bring awareness and, you know, a little bit of my thought process. I didn't come on here. Like, it actually terrified me, the thought of doing this, because you see so many channels like, Doug, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's the side of it that petrified me, was the fact that what Doug went through and all the other YouTubers went through in the Oran and Orson West case, it was madness, like absolute crazy stuff, where it was just drama. Every waking minute of the day there was drama, and one channel be bitching about the other channel, and it was just nonstop. But I don't want to be a part of it. But if you bring me into it, I'm going to defend myself. And I think anyone would. Miss Justice, if I knew how to mod you, I would. But I have no clue how to do that right now. And I was going to look into that the other day. So, sorry, I've got a croaky voice again. Oh, guys, you've got to pray for us. In our little rural town in New South Wales, in Australia, we have just had our first contamination sites for COVID. So an essential worker had been travelling through to go to another destination, has stopped in several locations, and now we have mad testing and everything happening. So we've been in lockdown prior to this happening for 2 weeks. So hopefully we don't get any positive cases of it in town. But yeah, it's really real for us now. Like, it's been really big in Sydney and the big metro areas, but not so much out in the country areas. But it's hitting us all now. So Mountain Girl's channel has been removed. That's what I thought, because I searched for it straight after AB's live. And nothing, there was nothing there. So Mrs. Cher must have took her down somehow. Maybe her threat to me might come true, guys. Maybe I'll be gone too. Don't know. I don't know what happened at all. I don't know how I missed it. But anyway. But Miss Justice, definitely I will learn how to mod people. I don't know if I do it through StreamYard or through YouTube. Does anyone know? Yeah, I think Cher's behind it too, 100%. Like, I'll be honest with Mountain Girl. When Juanita come on, I didn't know about her until Juanita come into the picture, and Mountain Girl was full of praise. And like, I'm fine with that, because I feel that there is and are people out there who do have a gift. And I've even experienced with myself, I've had dreams and they've come true. So I'm fully open to it. But when the night they reported that a child's body had been found, and, you know, her and that Patty Hanlon just went with it, you know, straight onto Facebook. I just did not believe it. That was okay. And I sort of went off Mountain Girl a bit after that. But I did leave her a comment with what I thought about the whole situation. And I didn't go back near her for ages. But then she seemed to come really good for a while. And now she's been on the bad wagon about that other child somewhere that Summer's lookalike, that she swears is Summer, and she's tagging the TBI in it and all that sort of stuff. And I just thought, oh my God. But we all do go a bit nutty, don't we, with this? It's, you know. So, Miss Justice, apparently all I know, and it's only by comments I've seen in AB's live he did earlier, the little quick live he did, I read in the comments someone said that Mrs. Cher had threatened Mountain Girl, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I might have read it wrong, because it wasn't long after I woke up, that Mrs. Cher had threatened Mountain Girl and then someone else said Mountain Girl's channel's gone. So I don't know what happened. No idea. But yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. They have a few fundraisers and said they would get Donna a lawyer. Yeah. That's not okay with me at all. Hell no. Yeah. You know, Voices Behind the Wall, Josie? They seem to have fundraisers and GoFundMe's. Like, don't even be surprised. Like, I've even thought of, their wedding GoFundMe. Is that really for their wedding? Because apparently they're already married. Is that for their wedding, or is that a secret little GoFundMe for Donald's and Candace's lawyer? Like, nothing they do would surprise me. Yeah, maybe she did strike her channel with something. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, she's definitely, we'll do another little search now, but that's just rude, isn't it? Who does that? I wouldn't even know how to strike somebody if I had to. Mountain Girl. 212. Yeah, see, she's not there at all. Gone. But they all seem to do it quite a bit lately. Yeah. You don't subscribe, but you watch just to see what they're up to. Yeah. The only one I really 150% will not watch anymore is Benny Skis. We choose who to give a view to or whatever, but there's no way in hell I would watch one of his videos. Not after everything he's done. And like, who spits inside their own house? Who does that? Like, he is filth. I think she's on, is Mountain Girl on any other platform? I think she's on Instagram. I'm pretty sure she's on Instagram. I'll have a look in a sec. But yeah, that's a bit shitty, isn't it? I don't know why she's, what's going on. I'm curious though now to see what's happening. Let's have a look at, oh no. We will go to, we're going to have a little look at this live. And this is for entertainment purposes only. This is behind the interview. Really? My brain and mouth aren't working properly today. All my fingers. It actually looks like she's picking her nose, doesn't it? With her thing with a finger up there. Which one was it where she was? This is the one we went through the other day, wasn't it? Where's her other live gone? Here we go. The Donald Wells tapes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen her on Instagram. Just Mountain Girl 212. Guys, I cannot wait to get a community tab. I think that will come in so handy, just to have little posts that you can do directly through YouTube, because your YouTube subscribers don't all have Instagram or Facebook, and I'm on both. I have to have a little drink because I've got a scratchy voice again. Sorry. Don, he has been quiet on Facebook. Mr. Wells has. I noticed Candace was sharing some stuff the other night. One was this young lady got stuck inside one of them little kids' plastic car things. And yeah, some of her posts are quite cryptic, aren't they? You look at them and think, what is going on? Have you seen the one where it's like a rainbow and she's got a letter sitting on top of the rainbow? That one had me thinking for quite a while too. Did you see the beginning of their live when she put her finger up her nose? No. Oh, I wish I... Is it this live? Do you know? It's just in her little profile picture. Every time I look at it, I think she's picking her nose. Look out, I might get striked. Okay, so guys, I'm not telling you to go over to their channel and be horrible and nasty like she insinuated I did. If you want to go over and like or subscribe, you guys do what you want to do. It's got nothing to do with me, but I've provided her link in the description, and fair use. This is for entertainment purposes only, and we're just going to play their video to commentate on it with some of the statements by Don. No, it was my water bottle. It's you know how they have a little lid, plastic lid thing? It is so hard to get the lid off. Champagne would be good right now. It's only 12:48 p.m. So it's a little bit early. Laura didn't know she put her finger up her nose. Oh, that would be so funny. Okay, I'll be quiet for a minute and we'll go over and watch a bit of this.
I think he's going to try and nail down missing time in
Just let me know if this
story.
sounds good, guys.
And that's a big thing on everyone's mind. Yeah. We kind of have a couple hours that are missing. And really quick, I wanted to ask you, like, I know you've been asked this 100 times, but do you believe that Candace would tell you the truth if there was an accident by chance at home or anything?
Oh yeah, if there was an accident, she would call 911 right away. She would have been freaking out. You know, she loves that baby with all her heart, and yeah, she would have. There's no way. Yeah, she's not devious like that. No.
Do you have any thoughts? Really, we haven't touched too much on Allie and Hunter. Do you have any thoughts, or do you kind of think maybe they're just lying to try and get reward money, or do you think it's possible maybe they know more?
Well, I believe what happened with them is they thought that we called the welfare on them or something, and they was out to get revenge. And they called the welfare on us several times. And I think that's what it's all about. I don't think, you know, if TBI thought that they had something to do with someone's disappearance, then they would they'd be all over it. But they questioned them thoroughly, and they're still not. I mean, it's a shame that they can't share information like that with us, so that we ain't got to do guesswork and try to figure all this out. And then, the internet just goes with all this speculation and all this crazy stuff and these crazy stories. And, but I think from what I've been able to figure out, they was just out to get us back, thinking that we called the welfare on them. So we know they called the welfare on us. Yeah, but I don't think they would take Summer, no.
Okay.
I don't believe so. I've been going around talking to, all our neighbors and getting to know people in the evening time. And, a lot of people have told me that if I don't know, but if somebody in this area took her, that's pretty much signing your own death warrant being in this area. They would.
Guys, this bit he's going to say right now is bizarre to me. He's virtually saying no one around there would do this ever, because they'd be signing their own death warrant. Let me know if that's how you perceive it. But he's so adamant that she was taken. But no one would do it in that area. That's just ridiculous.
Would come after you. I don't know, but all we know is somebody definitely took her, and I'm starting to wonder because my wife doesn't know, about TikTok and Facebook and stuff, and I didn't either. I was really naive to any of this stuff, and I still don't know anything about TikTok. But she put her pictures out there and was proud of Summer. And I'm starting to think personally that somebody's seen her on Facebook or TikTok and decided that they wanted her for herself, or or it's the sex trade thing, or I don't know. We don't know, but that's what I'm starting to lean towards personally. And it's like the more I get to know people around this area and talk to them, and I'm going to continue to do that every evening as much as I can. Just in case, you never know what you might find or hear or whatever, so I'm going to keep doing that for I don't know how long. But
So he's going to go and interview all his neighbours and people around where he lives every night and see what he can find out. But he just finished saying that no one around his area would do this because it'd be a death sentence. Is that not hypocritical? Just a touch, Donald.
So, okay, if we can, I do want to try and go over the time a little bit better with you, because I believe that's what his plan is.
How rude is she? His. If you're going to bag him out, girlfriend, just say his name. Just acknowledge who you're talking about, because that's a bit childish. So now Cher is going to try and fill in the timeline for Donald. You can't tell me these interviews aren't pre-rehearsed, and he is told what the questions are going to be prior to going on camera, and they work out exactly what he's going to say and how he's going to answer these questions. So here we go. This is about the timeline and Chris McDonough's next live video he's going to do.
Now, they went to the swim hole. can we kind of run through that day again from your memory? You got up, you went to work, and then what's a typical day for Candace and the kids? Do they sleep in typically? Do they wake up early? Or what was their morning routine after you had already gone to work? Do you know?
Well, I mean, it depends, on whether it's school night or not, but, I'm not sure. When I left, everybody was asleep, but I had to go over that timeline with Candace several times. The TBI wanted me to just sit with her and just keep going over it until we could figure out every minute of it. And we give that to.
I don't get that either. He apparently wasn't home. So if you're doing a police interview and you have to account for literally every hour of your day, why do they need to get together to sort it out? I don't understand that. Why would the TBI or Hawkins County give them time to go home and sort it out? Like, I really hope that didn't happen, because that's messed up if it really did. That should not happen at all. That's messed up.
To them, and they seemed perfectly satisfied with it, that it made sense, because she had actually left out some things, like doing a load of laundry. Well, doing a load of laundry, and maybe getting a bite to eat and folding clothes and whatever. That probably took up to an hour, So, and just things like that she. When she originally put that out there, it sounded like she just threw a load in the washer, but it was a lot more than that. It ended up taking like an hour, but so we was able to figure out the timeline down pretty well, and I think they seemed satisfied with that, and it all made sense.
Oh shit.
Okay, so when she went to the swim hole, you think they left there? You had called them, and
Loretta,
were they picking up the
I blocked
prescription,
the wrong
dropping
one.
Hunter off and going home?
How do I unblock her?
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember her saying that she had a bunch more stuff to do, so I figured I'd just work late, and because the more work I get done, the more I get paid. So I stayed, pretty late until I got that phone call.
Yeah.
But I don't remember exactly word for word everything that she was
How
saying
do I get
or
her
what she was
back?
doing. I just know she said that she was going to the swim hole until the prescription was ready. But that's the only thing I can remember, about it.
Oh no.
That's the other thing. That
Loretta, I'm trying to get you back.
Mentioned before, well, since they were still at the swimming and running errands and stuff, and you would just stay and work late, since why would you go home and sit by yourself, right? But some people had figured out weren't the three boys at home,
How
so
do I
you wouldn't
do that?
You wouldn't be by yourself, or
does anyone know how I can unblock?
There's a little bit of issues because I think someone from your church accidentally said they saw the boys at the swim hole that day.
No, there has to be a way.
But I think he actually said that was a mistake. I think it was David, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Hang on, guys. I'll be back in a second. I'm just trying to find out how to unblock
on that,
Loretta.
But I don't even think I realized the boys were at home myself.
Right.
Because a lot of times the boys don't even want to go because they want to sit there and be on their phones. And, we tell them to lock the door and everything, and then has access to a phone in case of emergency and everything like that. But I don't think we'd ever leave after this. We'd never leave them here by themselves ever again. I mean,
Yeah.
we know, Josie's the age to watch the younger ones and everything, but I don't think we'd ever do it again after this.
Yeah.
So I don't trust. I mean, I don't just, yeah. But I don't think, like I said, I don't even think I realized or thought about it that the boys were here. I probably would have come home. I just didn't put that together in my mind at the time.
I think that's fairly normal. I mean, it's typical guy. You want to stay at work and make more money, right? So
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong.
Well,
with that.
yeah.
Do you
There's
think?
times I'd go meet them at the lake. Go ahead.
Oh, but yeah. Oh, you'd go meet them at the lake after work.
Well, I have before many times. I'd get tired of working, and I'd go meet them wherever they're at, and whatever. But usually, I'm usually pretty wore out, so I want to go home.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Now, do you? What do you think everybody is missing? Like, what's all being said and everything. What do you think we're all missing here?
I don't know, because that's what I'm trying to figure out myself is, what is missing. We know she's gone, and we know somebody took her, but we just can't figure out, who or why or whatever. That's what the only thing that I can do is just run around these streets up here and talk to people all I can. But everybody I talk to, they just don't think that it was somebody from this area at all. But I mean, the dogs that they brought up here, followed her scent to the road and up the road just a little ways before her scent disappeared. And they never could pick up her scent anywhere else, out in the woods or around this property, anywhere. So that pretty well tells you she was put into a car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she was definitely led down the road.
There was a couple people said that the dog followed her scent down your driveway, and then there was a couple people who said that they followed her scent down that dog trail. Do you know which one it was?
I believe it went down the dog trail and up the road just a little ways, probably more like where my driveway was. Or, they're not going to share that information with us. I mean, we have some people that have asked them, and I could probably find out more about that, maybe, but they're not going to share a whole lot of information with us. And I probably shouldn't be sharing it with the world. I mean,
did you get a copy of the police report?
No, I haven't yet, but that's probably a good idea.
You should.
Yeah, that's
I
a real
did
good
call
idea.
about that, Don. Yep, and you can.
Yeah.
You can, because you're the parents. I tried to call to get a copy, and they said it had to be the parents. So.
Okay. Well, we'll surely do that.
Because there's a minor on there.
Maybe that'll help us.
If you do want to try.
Yeah, for sure. And we're trying to do everything we can, and without knowing anything, that might help us. But we're just kind of on our own. But I do know TBI is still working on it all they can. I know they're doing all they can. And
try and see if you can get a copy. Sometimes they might. I don't know. Depending on where you are, I've heard other states like this one case, Andriacchio case, the parents had to pay for the police report. If that is a thing, let us know, and we'll put that out on our channel and try to, however much it is, try and get that covered for you so that you can get a copy of it.
Okay, it probably wouldn't be too much.
Yeah, it should be free, I hope, but keep us posted on that for sure.
Yeah.
And then,
okay, yeah.
Do you think that this case is tied at all with your sister-in-law that's missing?
We just have no idea because, when she disappeared, they never found a trace of her. Never have. It's been, 11 years now. They haven't found a clue yet. That's pretty sad. But she left behind 3 kids, 3 children that she loved, and there's no way she would, do that voluntarily.
Yeah.
Right.
So we have no idea.
Yeah. And you and Candace, you said, were you guys questioned in that?
Oh, jeez. Sorry, guys, it was muted. I've just been sitting here for 10 minutes raving on to myself. I, she, her, they, what? Guys, this is not Donald Wells. This would be Benny Skis or Mrs. Cher or one of their little funny ass followers. Yeah, I'm trying. If anybody knows how to unblock somebody, that they can give me some quick little instructions on how to unblock Loretta, or how to mod somebody. The fake Don one. What's your birth date, Don? I'll know if you answer quick. Yeah, what's your birth date, Don? Like, it's so easy to work out because Don's Facebook, guys, where's search? You can have different Facebook profiles, can't you? His is Summer. What's your date of birth, Donald Wells? We're not going to stop, Don. Skeezy, Mrs. Cher. Not going to happen. That's exactly right, Doug. It is, you can claim you're innocent. We've all heard your bullshit and do not believe you're a victim. You got the potty act going on. You'll be looking through bars pretty soon. Oh, yeah. They both know it's coming. That's why they're not getting along. Isn't that right, Don? You and Candace, it's not like it used to be. And they are your words. What does Subaru Starlink do? It records every time you open and shut a door. It records your GPS. It records everything, doesn't it, Don? How do you know that? Yeah, that's who I think it is too, Gypsy. Skeezy. What AB Don's meeting with law enforcement? Is it over yet? What AB Don's? You're the victims. Yeah, we know. Poor little petties. Let's have a pity party for Don right now. Don't you think your sons and your daughter are the victims, Don? Come up here. Do you want the link? Come up here and talk to me, Don. I'm putting the link right here for you. So come up here.
Hi guys, good afternoon.
Feel free to come up here and tell me why you and Candace are the victims. Open invitation. I'll be courteous and respectful. And, so Mrs. Cher says no. Is that what it is? Because you only talk to the shares? I will be 100% respectful. Come up here and have a chat with me. Yeah. Because your ass is not Donald Wells. Yeah, God is not going to let you hide behind him at all. Oh, did Doug tell me how to do it? Doug, where are you? The Prairie Crew. Absolutely, Doug. I'm just trying to find Doug's. You have to go into Create a Desktop. Go to the settings. Bottom, click and go to Community. You have to go into Create a Desktop. Where's Create a Desktop? Oh, dear Lord. between Don and blocking poor little Loretta. This is not a fun time. I don't know where that is. Go into settings. Right. General. Camera, audio, green screen, guests. She's not in my band thing. I'm in settings and I've gone to guests and it says no banned guests. Oh, poor Loretta. If anyone has Loretta, can they please let them know I'm trying to work out how to get her back? And I was trying to block that other little troll. I know I need a moderator, Josie. I don't know how to do that either. But I tried to, Doug, I tried to block in the comments this Chinese bomber dude, and then I blocked Loretta, like in the comments. It come up, block. Loretta is blocked, so I don't know how to unblock her. Josie, she doesn't know how. I don't know how to mod anyone either. Do I do that in StreamYard or do I do that in YouTube? That's what you need to learn, is how to give your people a wrench. Yes, I know that, Stacey. Thanks, Doug. I will apologize to her. I feel so bad because she's been here with me every time and she's just lovely. Oh, where's Donald gone? Come back, Don. You slimy ass little bastard. Yes. I've got a little helper over here trying to work it out for me, so we will go back to where we were. Little victim, Don.
3 kids, 3 children that she loved, and there's no way she would, do that voluntarily.
Yeah.
Right.
So we have no idea.
Yeah. And
You
you
do that,
were
Don.
you and Candace, you said, were you guys questioned in that?
I might have made a mistake about that. I said earlier that we were, but I mean, there might have been some people ask us some questions about it, but we weren't questioned by the police or anything. We were in Arkansas at the time.
Right. Okay, that's what I thought you told me. But you know how some of these people take things and run with it. So there was rumors that you and Candace were questioned pretty heavily in that case. But from what I did in my own research, I thought you were like in Utah, or you said Arkansas. So I knew you were out of state.
Yeah.
I actually think you might have even been in jail at that time, weren't you?
No, I was in Arkansas. It was about the time we was having Josie. Josie's 12 now, so yeah.
Now, do you know what the 40-minute thing is that Chris plans on talking about? Some kind of 40-minute timeline. Let me look here quick.
I think he's just making stuff up because, like I say, we went through the timeline, and TBI seemed to be satisfied with it, and as soon as we found the holes we were looking for, I called him and told him, and he says, "Okay, that makes a lot of sense." Okay, and he seemed really, happy about it, or
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he says there's a critical 40 minutes that has impacted the missing 5-year-old girl in Tennessee who disappeared on June 15th, 2021. You will not want to miss this. So you don't know the critical 40 minutes he is talking about?
No, not at all. Because
How
we
much you want to
accounted
make
almost for every
I bet
minute.
it's going to be the drive. Your drive from work to home. I bet
The what?
that's going to be the 40 minutes.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I wouldn't be surprised about
Yeah,
that at all.
I'm pretty sure.
I think I made it home in about 30 minutes. It's a 45-minute drive normally, but I think I made it in probably 30, 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Now some people are saying, because now they're trying to say that Candace had these charges out, so now they're looking at kind of Candace as bad again. Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Flopping, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Do you think, was there anything out of the ordinary on June 15th at all, with your wife or your mother-in-law or anything like that? Or was it just a regular day, do you think?
I believe it was just a regular day, and, as far as we knew, it was a regular day. Turned out to be the most horrible day of my life. But, yeah, because me and Summer were, very, very close. I'll miss her. I wish they could find her, but the reality of it all is just not good.
Yeah.
No, there's
I'd
still
do
a
anything
chance.
to have her back, but yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm
so
starting to
grandma
think
must
she was
not be.
targeted.
Oh, sorry. We got a little bit of a delay, I think. Is grandma then, you guys must have been, or grandma at least, some people are saying grandma's in protective custody because she's so afraid of you.
No, she ain't afraid of me. We get along, I mean, at first we didn't get along so well, but we've learned to get along, and of course, you ain't gonna see eye to eye with your mother-in-law a lot of times. But,
Right.
Well, yeah. So is she still in Illinois?
yeah, she's still there helping her sister.
That is amusing to me that her 5-year-old granddaughter is gone, and grandma decides to go and help her sister with a sick brother-in-law. Wouldn't you think she would want to be there for her daughter while she's going through this? Especially since the boys were taken and Don's at work all day and Candace is sitting at home by herself, and she would have to not be in a good mental state, because I know if I was in that position, I would be a basket case. Why isn't her mum there with her? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me that she wouldn't want to support her daughter and her daughter's mental health. I don't think your sick brother-in-law would outweigh your daughter. That is just crazy. So does grandma know exactly what's happening? She knows it's only a matter of time and there'll be nobody on that property left. So she got out while she could. That's the way it looks to me. She'll have to get a van towed because Don and Candace aren't going to be there. That's really sad. If my daughter was going through that, I would be there. Anyway, I think we've worked out that they're not a normal bunch of people, though.
There's actually people out there putting videos out that think maybe Summer went missing a week before you called 911. What do you think about people taking that and running with it? Is it possible she could have disappeared a week before?
Well, the only thing about that is, you know, my 3 boys, they're too young to know how to lie. And they're the last ones that seen our daughter go down in the basement to play with her toys. And even my one boy said that he wished Summer wanted him to go down and play with toys with her, but he was too busy playing games on his phone, and he feels really bad that he didn't go down there with her, and kind of blames.
Since when have the boys had phones? I thought they were playing Minecraft on the TV through the internet. I haven't picked that up before. But maybe they had tablets. I'm not sure.
Themselves, you know, but my boys ain't gonna lie for anybody, not even for us. They're gonna tell the truth. So they were the last ones to see her go down there, and yeah, and that's what they told the police, because that's the truth. You know, we've always taught them, you know, to be truthful, and that's part of the church we go to. You know.
What do you think about the people? And you know, and I've actually had this conversation with Robin, who helped me see a little bit more clear, but the people who think that SDA is more of a cult than a church.
Oh yeah. You know, Satan uses all those words like that to try, you know, he uses all those bad words against God's holy people. What they call Christ? They accused him of blasphemy. Right?
Yeah, exactly,
And,
Doug.
you know, that's just Satan's handiwork, you know, calling it good people, all these things, you know, a cult or whatever, you know. All I could say, you know, is check out the Seventh-day Adventist Church for yourself, and then decide, you know, and if you don't, I mean, I don't think it's a cult at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have to look up the definition of cult, I guess, but to exactly know what that means. But
well, they you know how they'll just take and run with it. Their point is they thought that possibly, well, SDA is a cult, and maybe there's children sacrifices.
Oh, wow. No.
How ridiculous is that comment? And then she laughs about it. How is that even funny? Oh. He also says the boys had phone for emergencies that day. Supposedly, yeah. I hadn't heard that the boys had phones before, so all I knew is the phone that Candace used, apparently you couldn't ring 911 on it. Only the phone that Grandma had, Newport Marina. Yeah. But someone in one of our lives the other day said that not all phones can ring 911. But in Australia, whether you have actual service or not, you can still, we ring 000. And whether you're in service or not, it will still take you to 000. But someone said the other day, that's not the case. So I'm not 100% sure. What's done in the dark will always be brought to the light before God. That's exactly right. It's only a matter of time. You had Candace threw her out like trash. Yeah. I think Donald is the one who has hidden her body, 100%.
Oh, God never, ever wanted people to sacrifice their children. It says that's right in the Bible. He never wanted anything like that. And we strictly go by the Bible. If it ain't in the Bible, we don't want it. If it's in the Bible, we want it. Strictly. Ellen White's books are not anything outside the Bible.
Did you hear that? He goes by the Bible strictly, but he cusses and he swears and he abuses people. Like, he's not a real good commandment keeper. So I'm not sure how this resurrection thing's going to hold up when you get there, because I'm pretty sure you have to abide by the Bible in its entirety. Exactly, Carla Gentry. Hypocrisy. Every second word is him being a hypocrite. Amanda 101, for someone to preach in and for God's name and then turn around and spit hate to people by calling them harsh names is no more than a fraud. Exactly. People truly in God's name spread love, not hate. Absolutely. And another hypocritical side of things is the fact that they are doing to Chris McDonough exactly what they're telling people not to do to Don. Practice what you preach, people. Yeah, just ignore the dickhead. I'm not going to try and block him because I'll probably block someone else again. I don't want to do that. Just ignore him. It's only Skeezy or one of the irrelevant no-hopers. Just ignore it. Don't even acknowledge it. But guys, I will be doing a super lesson when I get off here to work out how to mod people and how to block people and unblock them, just so we don't go through this again. I'm really sorry. Yeah, it's horrible. I feel really bad for Loretta, but I'll get her back somehow.
Bible, it explains the Bible, it makes it understandable, and she goes by the Bible, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less, And so, yeah, she just magnifies the Bible, basically.
Oh, visibly. Do any of the members of the church come by your house just see how you're doing, check up on you?
Yeah, Robin, she comes by quite a bit from time
How
to
did
time.
you do that, Newport-mania?
She always calls us, invites us to church outings and whatever that's going on and stuff. But, me and Candace, we're having a really hard time dealing with this. I'm really having a hard time dealing with it. I was just telling my friend down there, I had a little motorcycle there, and I didn't go too fast or nothing, but I put her on the gas tank, and she was actually steering that thing and giving it the gas, but I wasn't going too fast or nothing. I wasn't in no danger. I wasn't risking our lives or anything, but she loved that. I mean, she just loved that so much. But I've been riding bikes my whole life. I'm just not an idiot jumping on a bike either,
You take little girls for rides on bikes, don't you, Don? You're pretty good at that. Very good at that.
But I'm sure all people will hear about that.
Did she like fishing and stuff like that too?
Yeah, her mom always took her fishing and everything. Her mom got to spend a lot of quality time with her. I'm glad she did. All them years I, just worked. Yeah, she got to spend a lot of quality time and take a lot of pictures of her. Thank God for that much. But, yeah.
How was Grandma Candace? She has a good relationship with all of the kids?
Well, yeah, I mean, we've all had our times, you know, or she would try to get them to,
I
well,
think
we all do,
Doug's
you know,
trying
try
to
to
say
get
it's
kids to do
not
their chores
done.
and stuff like that. And they try to, you know, they don't want to do
Have
them
you
and stuff
been in
like that. You
Steve?
know how that works. But other than
Mhm.
that, it's been fine, you know, no problem. You know, you know.
And I did call Ronnie Lawson. He never called back. And
Uh-huh. Right.
I don't know what Chris is gonna say on Sunday, but we'll be watching. I'm going to assume it's going to be about your drive home, because clearly if you're driving home from work, you don't quite have an alibi for the
Yeah,
ride
because I
home.
think there was a little bit of someone had a stupid conspiracy theory where you came home, hurt someone.
Someone had a stupid conspiracy theory. Okay. Really? I think there's like hundreds of thousands of people who've had a conspiracy theory because these nutters can't get their timeline straight. That's all it comes down to. They cannot work it out for themselves. And the truth doesn't have lies at all. So why do they have to work it out? It is what it is.
Or whatever, then went back to work.
Yeah.
Somehow no one saw you. Candace never saw you or nothing. And then right around the time you got back to work is when
Look how
Candace
much
sort of
he's
called you.
blinking
I
right
don't know.
now, guys.
I can't make sense of that theory, but I
Yeah.
think that's kind of what they were.
They think that Candace turned her back for longer than 2 minutes. Really, you came in and snuck off with Summer without Candace even knowing, which is how she would pass a lie detector test, and that you.
Guys, I'm going to take this back a tiny little bit, but watch his eyes and how much he's blinking right now. He's going insane blinking.
They think that Candace turned her back for longer than 2 minutes. Really, you came in and snuck off with Summer without Candace even knowing, which is how she would pass a lie detector test, and that you took Summer, did something with Summer, and went back to work. And then Candace called you when you were already back at work saying
We're still
Summer's
blinking.
missing.
Yeah, it's a pretty wild theory there.
Yeah, that's
And we
Yeah,
touch our
unfortunately,
face.
though, you know, I got the Jamie's crew. I was working right across the street in the house right across from them. So they knew I was there all day, and I talked with them all the time. But after his crew left, you know, he come over and he talked to me for a good half hour. And then the big boss come by and was making fun of me for using the Subaru to put my drywall tools in. And then there wasn't, I don't know, 30 minutes later, I got the call from Candace, I think.
Yeah.
So I was loading my tools up.
I just wanted to clarify, to your knowledge, has TBI or Hawkins County, have they talked with those people who saw you at work that
This
day?
is interesting. Pay attention.
Oh yeah, they've been all over the. Oh yeah, they question all the. I mean, they've been out there in all the subdivisions. Ones I've not even been working in a long time. They talk to everybody I've ever known out there, and that's all I know because that's all I hang out with is those guys who I work all the time. But yeah, they questioned all of them several times.
That last bit. They questioned all of them several times. That's interesting, isn't it? I won't lie, I have had a hard time listening to Don and his religious rants. In my opinion, someone who is faithful to their higher power would never let their kids live in those filthy and dangerous conditions. Yes. You think there would be more pride and respect for themselves, but you know, it could be just their learned environment as well. That's how they grew up. Because Gran just doesn't look like, from the few shots I've seen from inside her trailer, it didn't look any different to the inside of the house. It was just looked like a little hoarder's cove, you know? But yeah, the law enforcement has been out there and interviewed other subcontractors several times. So that's telling me that Donald and Candace haven't been cleared. And law enforcement hasn't stated that they've been ruled out. So it's not over by a long shot. Dawn the cameras in a shed and killed her, had Candace hide body while he went back to work. Candace knew about SA. Of course, boys knew he took her to shed. Yeah, hopefully it's going to be resolved very soon. I didn't even see Summer's bed. I don't think any of the kids had an individual bed. From what you could see, there was just this huge mattress lying on a floor. There were the bunk beds. There was one set upstairs just as you walk through that door, and another bunk bed frame in the basement. But you couldn't even see if there were little mattresses on them bunk beds. I think they just slept on bare mattresses on the floor with a couple of blankets thrown over the top of them. That's what it looked like to me. It's very sad.
I figured, but there are people saying that the police haven't confirmed your alibi or whatever, but they haven't said that they've confirmed anyone's alibi.
Right.
So, yeah, they're saying the fact that the police haven't said it means there's something wrong, but that's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be my guess then. So she called you first, and then she called 911, and the 911 call is at 6:29. So that means you.
Sorry to keep stopping it, but I've got to say it as it's about to happen. I think this is where he is going to state for the 50th time that Candace rang him, and then he told her to ring 911. And then he says he was on Facebook Messenger call with her all the way home, and then he trips up again. So we'll see if he does say that. I'm pretty sure he does, but we'll see. And then in the next breath says, when I didn't hear back from Candace.
You must have been at work still at 6:30, right? And that would be when you quick threw the tools in the car and came home then at 6:30. So you got home around like 7 o'clock, 7:10. That's going to be the 40 minutes he's saying. Yep, that's the 40 minutes he's gonna be probably saying. So
maybe not. Maybe he's got something else.
Maybe.
Honestly, I don't even care.
Yeah.
Shouldn't even be watching.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know how. I mean, we can't. There's no way unless you start recording your drive home from work every day. Like, I don't know what's up with that.
At this point, I don't think it even matters what you do. I mean, certain people have their mind made up, and you know how hard it is to change someone's mind on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, talk about a camel squeezing through the eye of a needle.
Oh my God.
That's easier than someone on the internet say, you know what, I was wrong.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So they just answered for him.
Well, we'll keep praying. We keep hope that Summer is alive out there still somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have that hope today?
Yeah, I'll just, for all y'all, everyone supporting us, I just please keep your prayers up, and hopefully God will turn this over, and maybe, he'll turn it. Hopefully he'll turn it over and she'll be fine and she'll come back home. Just keep praying, please, And I, during the day, on my drives to and from work or when I'm alone, I can't do anything. I pray constantly. I can't stop. I can't even listen to music anymore. None of that stuff matters anymore.
There was a question when you talked about searching your property more. Are you aware of any like abandoned wells or anything like that around your property or on your property?
No, I don't think so. Well, one of my neighbors, his great grandparents owned this property, and I talked to him, and he said there were some, and he's went and looked for them himself and checked stuff out, and he can't find any, but they've searched this property. After the police got done with their searches, they kept sending searchers in and searching this area at least 10, 12 times, over and over and over.
At home, was she safe when playing, or was she kind of like a daredevil? Like my youngest son is a daredevil, and he'll jump off the roof of cars and stuff like that. Or is she more like, let me play with Barbie dolls and not get hurt?
Here's another thing I noticed as well, I've been thinking about over the last couple of days. When we went through the house with Chris McDonough and the backyard, did anybody happen to notice little girl toys? I'm not talking about the little LOL plastic dolly things or the Paw Patrol little figurines. I'm talking about little girls like baby dolls and prams and doll cribs and things like that, because there was nothing like that. Nothing. No girly, like our girls have, not so much now, but as they were toddlers and getting to school age and stuff, they were all baby mad, and they had their little dolly prams and their dolly high chairs and little doll bassinets and cots and stuff like that. There was nothing like that at all anywhere. Like, I know she's got 3 older brothers, but you would still think that she would have babies and all that sort of thing, wouldn't you? If someone hurt my baby, oh my, I'd be a bobbit for sure. Yeah, me too. It wouldn't be pretty. I did notice that, and that, like, even the only toy, given that they've got 4 kids, and I know they were only on one income, there was no trampoline, there was no actual outdoor swing. I know they had the swing coming from the tree, but given they've got such a big area, you would think they would have a mad swing set outside with, how we've got one outside, and if I could go mobile, I'd take you out there and show you. But it has like a slippery dip and different swing things on it. There's nothing like that. No trampoline, no. I did see a basketball stand, but that was sort of the only outdoor play type equipment I've seen out there, other than the dirt bikes. I just thought that was quite telling as well, and sad.
No, she's a tomboy. She liked to, yeah, I mean, she's be on that swing all the time and stuff. She liked to do things. She's a tomboy. But yeah, for a while there, she would run off, and at church she would even play that hide and go seek thing. So that's why we was trying to teach her not to run off, because of we got bears and all kind of stuff going on up here. We just didn't realize how bad it was up there though. Yeah.
Okay, well, that will bring me to my next question then. Does she have, is there a favorite spot that if she was to get upset or something that she would like to go to? Does she have a hideout, her favorite little hideout that y'all know about?
No, not really. She liked to play on the back side of the house. I've kind of let it all grow up though. But we have some flowers planted back there and a rose bush, stuff like that. All these puppies are being mean to the littlest one.
Oh.
I don't know why. We got this runt here, and all the bigger ones are picking on it.
Oh, cute. Oh.
Really?
It's because he's the cutest of them all.
I don't know how well. Yeah, he's the littlest guy. So,
That's what happened, isn't
So
it,
she would
Don?
just go hide out back
scared to
there,
death.
out back at the house there?
Well, I don't think you can see it. I've let it all grow up. But there's a rose bush here. The sun was, when it was kind of spring and fall, the sun would always hit on this side of the house, and she would hang out back there. She always wanted to be outside. She's an outdoor
Me
person,
too, CJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you saying that before. She really liked to be outdoors.
Yeah.
Has Summer ever tried to run away before or take off at all before?
No, never. No, nothing like that. I mean, at the church, she has went outside before, but that's before we started teaching her not, that that's dangerous and everything. I think she was getting the message pretty well, I think, but, trying to scare her.
So she would run outside during church or something?
I know.
Well, all the kids, not just her, but other kids would too. They'd go outside and they had a big tree there and they'd swing on it and they'd like to roll down the big grassy slope, and stuff. But it was other kids too, not just her.
Really, Pippi?
Oh, yeah. So she kind of gravitate towards other children.
Yeah.
So that's normal.
I mean, I remember being a kid and we for sure would be rolling down some hills
And she would
too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did Summer have a lot of
go
friends?
and visit with Rob and she'd go find. Well, yeah. She liked all the.
Yeah, I did notice that. It's two different times because they all look different. So they've recorded two separate ones, but then put them both together. Yeah, he has his, and her hair's different and she's got a different top on and stuff. So I don't know why they did that. Maybe this was yesterday. They streamed this one and then a couple of hours later they did their round table of the bloody night session with Skis and their mother, that other couple, and that Tammy lady. So another 3 victims have come forward. I haven't seen that either. I'm a bit behind today, aren't I? I knew about Jeannie's friend that had the sleepover, and Jeannie. Oh, okay. Chris was on Web Sleuths. I'll have to watch when I hop off. Thanks, Miss Justice. We'll play a little bit more.
All the girls there, Robin and the younger girls, and she would just hang out with them all the time. She'd come over and visit me, and every now and then give me a hug, and then she'd be off again, going to visit other people, and, which was fine. I felt comfortable with everybody there. No problem at all.
Who was her best friend besides Robin at church? Was there any friend that she would get together with?
Yeah, I don't know them by name, but I'd say they were probably, like 14, 15-year-old girls that hung out together there. I don't know. I just know that she liked to hang out with them, and they'd hold her hand. They really liked her too, but they just took her in like she was family, and treated her really good.
There's some people that are spreading around rumors. Of course, they have Robin involved in a lot of them also. Now,
Yeah.
there's some people that put videos out that after Summer went missing and some other situations happened, that you had left and went to, I don't know, Kentucky for a day or two. People are saying that Robin is the one who called you to go home to Candace. And, there's people that speculate you had an affair with Robin, and maybe Robin has Summer.
Wow.
Do you want to, the crazy things they will say, but.
Yeah, it's just, no, nothing like that. No, I'm trying to keep the commandments, and that's a big part of that right there. It's the one thing I think, cheating on your spouse is probably like one of the worst things you can do. You're going to break hearts all the way around, and that would really make God mad, I think. Well, I know it would. I'm not perfect, so. But yeah, that just tears families apart.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to do, or trying to tear all good things apart all the time.
Yeah.
So it's important to hang in there and keep the commandments at all costs.
For sure. Yep.
Was Summer already enrolled at school?
Yeah, we have her enrolled in school and everything. We still have her book bag in there hanging up in the house. Just hoping for a miracle that she could come home.
We're definitely hoping too.
Well, that's good, because some people were saying that you never even enrolled her to school. So she was all set and ready and enrolled. The school was expecting her.
Yep, has all her shots and everything ready to go. Sure
Okay,
thing.
that was another question I had for you, was when was the last time, because there's also speculation that you didn't, that you guys didn't bring the children to the doctors often, which they think is a sign of abuse, like you guys trying to hide abuse on the children, which is why they didn't go to the doctors.
Yeah, they went to the doctors as often as they needed to.
But they didn't go to the dentist as often as they needed to. Did you all see the close-up photos of Summer's teeth? There is no way that child has ever been to a dentist in her life. Just saying. Share, how is Don? Are they safe? Oh, please. Also, Mountain Girl took her channel completely down today. Apparently, she was harassed and doxxed. Why would you take it down because you were being harassed? Like, come at me, people, if you're going to harass me. I don't give two shits whatsoever. Because I won't let anybody bully me. Bring it on if that's what you want to do. Like, I'm right here. If you want to come on here and have a conversation about it, I'm happy to do so. Yeah, see, they won't ask him questions. Exactly right, Newport Marina. They won't ask him anything that's going to look negative on Don and Candace. That's why they didn't bring up the dentist, because they knew that that was a negative and actually neglect of Summer. So, yeah. Don has gone as far as emailing me with threats. Really? Are you serious? WV Peach? What sort of threats did he email to you? Because that's not okay. That's really, really bad. Absolutely. Wow. I haven't heard that he's, other than his comments on his Facebook page, no one's really said that he's come at them on a personal level. It was about you being with no thanks. And it come from Don Wells's email. I'd like to have a look at that, if you don't mind. I'll put my email in here if you want to share. I totally understand if you don't want to. But that's crazy. Yeah, if you want to share them, I'm happy to look into them for you. Yeah. Oh, you got the emails from Benny. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah. Skis is trouble on a stick, people. Like, I know a lot of people who weren't following the Orrin and Orson case and seen, like, the other creators that give him a foot in the door. Soon as Skis got a few subscribers, he then turned on all these creators to try and make them look bad. And so this is the morality of this. Like, these are the morals this piece of shit has. He was a self-proclaimed pedophile hunter, okay? So he would catfish pedophiles on, and then set up little meetings with these pedophiles. He would attend them, and then instead of reporting them to authorities and all the rest of it, he would then try to extort money out of them instead of reporting them to police. That's what his career was. So that says it all right there. That is sick. Big time sick.
And so, yeah, they were all healthy.
And so Summer had
there's no
her
problem there.
5-year checkup through the doctor and everything, and was all ready for kindergarten then. And
yeah, that's right.
Okay, awesome. That's good to
Yeah,
know.
there were some people saying she was malnourished and whatnot.
No,
She looked happy and healthy and
Yep.
strong to me. She didn't look lethargic. Like, she looked really active, and
Oh yeah.
she looked healthy to me.
Yeah. Did you guys ever try to have her memorize phone numbers at all? Would there be any way she would know mom's phone number or your phone number or grandma's by chance?
No, and that's one thing I wish I could have done or would have thought about. You know, even just 911. You know, if something happens, if she could just find a phone and dial 911 would be a really good thing. But we just never thought anything like this would ever happen.
Right.
You know, we thought we was perfectly safe here.
Oh, and yeah, to clear that up, because they're picking that apart too, saying you always knew something was going to happen this summer. You didn't mean you thought she was going to get abducted or.
Who was here for the tarot lady I played the other day? If you go back and watch the video with the tarot lady that I played not yesterday, day before, she said in her session that someone knew something was going to happen to herself and that she only had a very short life on earth, and that I'm sure I will have to go back and rewatch it, but I'm pretty sure she also said that the father knew that she wouldn't be here for very long either. So this bit, after listening to the tarot lady and hearing him say this, is really intriguing.
Or anything like that. Could you explain what you meant by you always thought something was going to happen?
Yeah, I just always had a feeling deep down. You know, I don't know if an angel was telling me that or letting me know, but I always just had a feeling that something was going to happen to her, you know. And I've told Candace, I don't know how many times, to watch her closely. She's my baby. I love her with all my heart. Please watch her closely. And I just attribute it to God letting me know ahead of time and be ready for something. I just didn't know what it was, you know, until it happened. And then when it happened, you know, of course I knew, you know, that it was, you know, it's the only way I can really explain it.
Yeah, so
I
it's
think
just
we
a
all do
general
have
sense of something.
Yeah.
How was summer with all of the animals that you guys would take in? I bet she must have really loved that.
Yeah, she loves.
Okay, guys. We need a little vote here. Who wants to keep going with this interview? Or would you like to see part 2 of the tarot lady? Because the second video is actually better than the first one. Anybody? I think on shares. You heard a puppy yelping. Yeah. He said that all the bigger dogs are picking on the littlest dog, Josie. Second one, we have 1 vote for Tarot Lady, whatever I want. I've watched, she's done 4 videos on summer, and I've watched the 4 of them. But the second one I felt out of the 4 is the one that gives out the most information. Second one. Okay, we'll go for the second one. I'll put her link in the comments and the description as well. she is, as I said, I just keep an open mind, but it just intrigues me. Here we go.
Hello, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I have decided to do a second reading for Summer Wells. I saw a lot of comments. I saw that a lot of y'all had commented on my previous video. First and foremost, let me say thank you, everybody, for watching my videos. I appreciate each and every
Just
one of you.
ignore the
I
loony.
do read all the comments. I try not to skip any,
Oh,
miss any
thank you,
comments. And
Newport
if I have
Marina.
missed, it's not on purpose. It's just
Autumn,
that
I
I
don't
missed
know
it.
how to
But
do
I try
that
my very
yet.
best to get to every one of your comments and read them. I appreciate all of you subscribers, and I encourage you to please give me a thumbs up and also to hit the bell icon so you'll get notified when I post new videos. And give me those thumbs up. That would be very much appreciated. Having said that, I really do appreciate y'all being so interested in these cases, because that kind of keeps it alive, right? We don't forget about these lost souls. We don't forget about these individuals or these families. It's all about trying to bring justice and, as horrible as it
Just
sounds,
ignore him,
closure for these families,
Josie.
right? And hopefully somehow these criminals are brought to justice and they pay for their sins, right? That's the whole premise of this. So again, I do appreciate you all, and thank you so much, all of y'all who have sent, posted little bits of information regarding Summer's birthday. And I read a couple of y'all had put comments about her uncle and the alphabets that I picked, W as in William and B and Y, and the numbers and all that. So it makes me, it kind of is very satisfying and gratifying for me also, because it's a validation for what I'm doing. And this I do from my heart. It's just something that I've been blessed with. And um, um, I I'm going to go back into a little bit of, I don't know why I'm getting emotional though. Must be the energy around me. My grandfather on my maternal side used to be an astrologer and a numerologist. So when I was a child, whenever I visited my grandparents, he had this very, very extensive library where he had these, I don't know, books from how many years old and stuff. And he never charged anybody for anything. He just did it because it was his hobby, and he used to write books on it. And also, he used to teach astrology in a local, a college at the university level. So, and astronomy, astrology, and numerology. And as a child, I would go and I would sit with him, and he used to feed sparrows. He loved feeding sparrows. He always had some birdseed around, and he would always throw some out of his windows. And it was just such a wonderful thing to watch. And they were so chirpy and so noisy. And yet, I still remember, having that peace, even though they were so loud. It was somehow peaceful. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. You'd think with all the chirping and the noise they made, I mean, they'd come in hundreds, that you'd be like, shut the do your job and do it well. Like that with me until much later in life, much understand that, every situation is not the same. I try to be, what's the word I'm looking, because in my mind, it's like, my mind's like, I don't know, maybe 1,000 miles an hour. It's just so, like I said, to confirm, reaffirm type of thing. I do scrying. I also with the mirror and with water, but I haven't used the mirror in a while, and that's another whole different process. And also with the writing, what's the words they use? It's not automated writing. It's like, oh, you know what I mean. But that too, I don't use very often. It depends on what I'm
It's
driven
fair
to use.
use, Autumn.
Again, in terms of the spread, I
I
hope
put
I'm
the
not
link
boring you
in
guys,
the
but in terms of the
chat
spreads,
and
you know,
I'll put in the
sometimes
description.
I use 1 card, 3 cards, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's no specific reason or there's no magical equation or formula. It just depends on
Nobody
what I'm
said
driven
to
to
send
use
her
and
money.
intuitively, instinctively, and also what my guides are telling me, right? And sometimes they say shuffle again, so I shuffle again. Sometimes they say that card, you know, that sort of thing. And also in terms of interpreting the cards, every company, individual, group of people who set out their cards, right? I have a whole bunch of them, right? As you can obviously see, they have their own interpretations of what the cards.
I'm just trying to get to the bit
One
where
of them
she
knew this
actually
individual pretty
starts.
well. Okay, you know, the video, the guy, whatever, the bridge guy, whatever, he definitely is responsible. Now, one more thing that was so glaringly obvious into this, I will definitely do a video on that for the Delphi and tablecloths and nice little spreads and all that. And I didn't like any of it because I wanted smooth so that obviously old and I wouldn't dare mess around with them. I'm afraid of damaging them. So, anywho, here we go, y'all. Shine my glasses.
Here we
Oh, you're so
go.
patient for allowing me to gab on. So, I'm going to start the video, the actual reading at let's say 16:30. So, I
She's
put the timestamp so people are not wasting their time. Okay. So,
she
all
comes
right.
across
We're
like
going to
she
do a whole bunch of
really
stuff. We're going to, as per usual, use a whole
means
bunch of
what she
other,
picks up.
you know, cards and this, that, and the other. I'm going to start off. Let me turn this upside down. I don't need this paper for now. Set that aside. And I'm just going to say a prayer to my little camera. Camera, please don't freeze on me. Thank you. All right, there we go.
It does
We're good.
freeze every now and again
Oh, my
too.
little Buddha. Where did I set him down? Oh, here. Shoot, I knew I was missing something. There we go. Thank you. All right. When I lay this mat or this thingy down, I move things around. So here we go. Please show me what I need to see. Please show me what I need to see. Is summer's energy around me now? Please show me. Is summer's energy around me now? Is summer's energy around me now? Summer, are you here with me now? Summer, are you here with me now? Please come through. Summer, can you please come through for us? Summer, are you here with us? Thank you. Summer, are you here with us? Thank you, sweet girl. Thank you. That is a definite yes, y'all. Thank you, Summer. So, like I said many a time, if it goes north to south this way, then it's a yes. But if it goes this way, left to right, then it's a no. Okay. And sometimes the energy just stands. Like what's the word I'm looking for? I haven't tapped into the energy as yet, or the energy isn't around. So another thing I want to just say is, it's not like picking up the phone and dialing a friend, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah," on the very first ring, they'll be, "Hey, hi, yeah, what do you need?" It's not like that, right? It's so obnoxious and rude for us mere mortals to just assume that the energies are just hanging around and just like waiting for Kirtana to call and say, "Hey, yeah, okay, I'll be there," type of thing. So we have to be very respectful of that. And like I said, a couple of times I tried to do the readings, and I just couldn't. I was feeling so sick, and I just let it be. So that's basically the universe telling me, hey, this is not the time, and no, the energy is not right around you. In a way, it is protective because you don't want negative energy to enter into your space, right, or into your aura. So I kind of let it go. Another thing I want to say is I did not put up a Sagittarius reading for the month of July. Like I said, 6 times, y'all, 6 times I did readings, videos, and none of them were able to, I able to upload because all of them somehow just got lost. So I let it be. I'll probably do an extended or a bonus reading for Sagittarius for August because I'm not going to push that. There must be some reason why the universe. However, the daily energy readings, I'm able to do it for Sagittarius. So I don't know what's going on there. And, I'm not going to fret about it. I'm just going to leave it. So that's that. So let's get on with the reading. So Summer's reading with us. So thank you, Summer, for being with us. Thank you so much. Okay. So another thing I thought about doing was like doing a, what do you call the live reading, uh, what is it called? Let's see. Yeah, you guys can see the live reading, live. Is it called a podcast or live session on YouTube? And then I was like, I wasn't sure if if y'all would be really interested. So if you'd like for me to do a live reading, maybe we can do it for the Delphi murders. And if you all want to, if you all have any specific questions for that, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. I'll figure out like how to do the live reading because I really need to find my way. I haven't done it thus far, and that way questions and answers can be had. But if you have any questions for the Delphi murders, do leave it in the comments below in this video, okay? So that way I'll be prepared. All right, what is the energy surrounding us and surrounding Summer's case right now? What is the energy surrounding Summer's case? It is a very fiery energy. It's a very leonine energy, and definitely it's a very strong energy. So the case is, so we're not asking anything except what is the energy around this case. So clearly, Leo, it's strength, right? You see that the sheer force, the sheer strength, the sheer willpower. So the energy around this case is very strong. In other words, it's still it's hot. In other words, it's live. It's people are like still.
Thanks, Stacey. I'll have a look at them.
What's the word I'm looking for? It's not in the back seat. It's not in the back burner. Okay, so for sure that's a good thing. I'm just making sure.
I just find it interesting to have a look at these now that a bit of time has passed as well. So this one, I think she did a month ago or something like that. Could have even been longer. And now that there's been a bit of time pass, sorry about my throat. Yeah, now that a little bit of time has passed, you can pick up things now that you probably wouldn't have when she first did the reading. So it just intrigues me. That's all it is. I'm not telling anybody this is the story. As she says, it's just purely for entertainment purposes, and just keep an open mind. And yeah, it's just fascinating though. But if you don't want to, we don't have to play it if you don't want to.
I'm happy to know that it's still live. It's still, So let's go ahead and get some other questions answered. So I'm going to use a whole bunch of other cards here. Let me see where we go with that. I'm going to use this. This is my the Dark Grimoire Tarot. Now, another thing, y'all, like a lot of people might be thinking, and I did get a couple of emails saying that the cards that you use for these readings seem to be a little darker. Well, here's the thing. Yes, there are certain decks that I use for certain reasons, for certain type of readings, and certain decks for other types of readings. It's very clear because the energy that I get from the cards is more apt and appropriate for specific kind of readings. Okay, so just know that. All right. And I will obviously show you the cards. Let me see if I can move this back a little so that way you can see. Can you see, y'all? Okay, there we go. I have no idea why I was driven to put this face down, but that's okay. We'll get this.
Hi, bring summer home.
So it's
Let's hope
really,
so.
really interesting to note that we have 9 of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Definitely related to money. Definitely.
She said
The
that
Sun
last time
card.
too.
Ooh. Y'all, look. We got the Sun card here, and the overall energy was Leo, and the Sun rules Leo. Then we got the Empress. Okay. And then we got Justice, which is a Libra card, and it's a court card. Ooh, okay, this is telling me something. So here's the story. Here's what I'm getting. I definitely feel like this has got to do with money. I definitely feel like somebody was on the route or on the road to stability. I feel like somebody for sure was trying to resolve some financial constraints or trying to clean up financial what you call pentacles.
Who thinks Summer was sold for money? Put a 1 in the chat if you think she was sold. Anybody? Yeah, I don't think money's got anything to do with it, but that's just me. I still feel it was an accident and they've hidden her somewhere.
Let me keep this around here. Okay, for now. So it almost it's so Pentacles is another energy, right? So I feel like this is representing the shadow self. Okay, it's representing the
Yeah,
shadow
grey
and the
colour.
physical self on this earth. So all the objects, possessions. It is definitely representing the shadow aspect of it. So, what do I mean by the shadow aspect of objects and possessions and money and so on and so forth? It's showing up the negative status. So, when you look at the balance, if you do accounting, you have the red ink and black ink. So, red ink means that you are in red, you are in deficit. Black ink means you are in the profit zone, right? So, you're making money. Red is not good. Black ink means you're doing fine. So I feel like this card is showing me that somebody, a specific individual, and I'm confident enough to say it's a female, is definitely being very so the financial deficits, the loss of money, loss of property, loss of assets, she's either worried about it and or she's concerned that she might lose it all. I feel like she is worried about it. So definitely money is a big issue for sure.
Like it could be for for Grandma Candace, you know, if Candace wasn't with Don, then where's Grandis going to live with her van? That's a possession. I wouldn't imagine she'd be paying to have a van sit there. That's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting.
And look, she's trying to get to the security. She's trying to get to the house that is going to offer her that security, financial security. But I don't think she's able to get there because I definitely see roadblocks. I see part of the road has fallen off or dissolved. And I also see, this is really strange. So if you see here, okay, and if you see here, you can clearly see two faces watching her. Okay, so there is definitely somebody watching. So watching her go up there. Let me see. Where's my magnifying glass? I used to have one around here. I don't know what happened to it. Kind of bothers me.
It actually looks like summer walking up the road, doesn't it?
I have this
towards their house.
magnifying thing app on my phone that I downloaded that it's saved me so many times. So I do feel that there's a little bit of a leonine energy here as well. So I did say in my last video that I saw cats that were very, very two cats, a gray and black stripy one and a orangey type of cat I think I had described. So I'm still seeing this cat energy or the feline energy or the leonine energy here. We don't know what that's about. It'll come to be. Now, moving on. 10 of Pentacles, right? So 10 of Pentacles is long-term money, is long-term finances, is legacy, family legacy, what you're going to leave with your kids, what your grandparents left for you, what your parents left for you. And as you can clearly see, everybody's rejoicing, but there is a very kind of a dark energy around this simply because I feel like somebody who has passed is not happy about where this money is going. So if there was a legacy that was left for these people as in Summer or a family, financial legacy, whoever has passed and left that legacy for them is very dissatisfied with the way they have managed it or spent it or are managing it or are spending it or have already spent it and ruined it. So that is very clearly obvious. I don't know. See, again, I see another cat over here. What is this leonine energy that is so strong, y'all, in her readings? And somebody's pointing fingers. Ooh. Okay, let me show you. So, let me see if my magnifying glass is somewhere here, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me just drop it somewhere here and don't know where it is or what. Okay, moving on. So, okay, let me show you. You see this? This to me looks like an older person. And this to me looks like a feline. And somebody is shrouded here watching them rejoice. And look at all the people in the back. To me, those are spirits. And look at them watching these 4 fools dance and enjoy and basically use up all the money. This individual, this is an older male energy. I don't know if he's alive or not. I don't know. We'll find out. He's watching and he's not too happy either. And then we have the Sun card. Come on, camera. The Sun card. I know. You see this? So this to me shows that for sure these individuals are trying to climb out of a situation and trying to get to sunlight, trying to get to the real world, trying to get to the open spaces, trying to get to a healthy spot. I definitely feel like they're trying very hard to dig out of the hole that they've dug themselves in, or climb out of the hole that they dug for themselves. Again, They are trying very hard. Now, are they going to be successful? I'm not so sure. We look at the next card. The next card, yeah, like, I mean, you can't make up this stuff. I mean, the cards are telling us a story here. Look at that. It's the Empress. Okay, they're asking for forgiveness. They're asking, like, we're sorry, we repent, we made a mistake. How do we recover from this? How do we get out of this situation? And the Empress is ruled by Venus, right? It's all about luxury and abundance and all that fancy stuff, right? So definitely these, I have a feeling that her parents have eaten away the legacy that might have been meant for their kids and used it up for themselves and for all kinds of nonsense, stuff that really they didn't need and shouldn't be having, instead of utilizing those funds and those monies for whom it was meant and for the right reasons and right purposes. And they have realized now that their seats are on fire and they're trying very desperately to get out of this situation. Now, as far as this individual is concerned, you see that? This individual that is still shrouded, I feel like there is a little bit of investigation going on as far as their taxes are concerned, for sure. There is definitely some financial investigation going on. I don't know whether it's by the tax department or by the police after this case came out in the open. I don't know that. And then we have justice. So definitely justice is going to be served, y'all. Definitely justice is going to be served to these people, for sure. Now, one more thing I want to say. Remember in the last reading I said I got the energy of a younger male, and he did not have the cognizance or the ability to understand the gravity of the situation and the fact that he did what he did and the repercussions of it. Either he really doesn't give a flip and he's all about money because he has some addictions and it's like, oh yeah, I'll do this job. It's like a hit job and I'll take the money and my next supply is taken care of. And I also felt that he was intellectually a little bit lacking, okay? Uh, Mentally, uh, not lower IQ and not as developed as you would assume for one that age. Now, is that because of genetics and just the way he is, or is that because of all the drugs he has done and is doing that's making him like that? I don't know, and I honestly don't care. I just know that that is his status. So I feel that that individual, this is showing me another scenario, another reality, that individual definitely went ahead with this for the money aspect. He has definitely enjoyed the money, he has spent the money, and he has spent it all for his addictions. And there is a goof up. I feel that he has goofed up one small aspect of it. And remember that, where's that deck? This deck. No, it's right here. Where's that? Queen of Pentacles, no? Was it? No, not Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Let me get out a card. Yeah. So we're going to leave that for a second over there, and we're going to continue with some other readings here. Continue with the reading. Because these tell us a story. They clearly tell us a story here. But this Leonine energy, this very, is there anybody in our family who is a Leo? I don't think it's a grandmother, but I definitely feel there's somebody else who's a Leo who's involved in this because that energy is coming through so strongly.
I still haven't found out Candace's date of birth yet
Somebody
either.
had said February 4th, 2016 was her birthday. And Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. Now, so let's understand that. Let's stop this for a second. Let's understand that. So with Saturn, as we all know, is the planet that's responsible for teaching us hard lessons in life. Saturn is a grandfather, who teaches us lessons, who says, "Hey, this is your time to learn your lessons. I am the principal or the headmaster of the school. I'm going to teach you what you need to learn. This is what you need to do to get your passing grades, etc., etc., etc." Right? So that's Saturn's energy for the most part. And then you have Uranus. Uranus is all about sudden changes, and it's about things turning topsy-turvy. And Uranus is all about, shocks, and um, it's like, it's sudden. It's not like something that slowly trickles in or slowly over a time period. Uranus is sudden impact, boom, and it's done. And Uranus is always very, very creates shock. Okay, so now let me get this here so that I can help you out with this. So Uranus, let me see my little. So
She's dribbling away.
she did have a little bit of an independent spirit. She didn't necessarily. Okay, here's how I can say it. She would conform, Saturn. She would follow the rules. She understood restrictions. She understood that. But there was another side of her where she just wanted to do the exact opposite. And she wasn't being rebellious, or she wasn't being one of those difficult kids, or anything like that. She didn't understand it. Her mind and her emotions were so far developed beyond her age that she herself didn't understand that. And if you don't understand that, how do you harness it? How do you control it? How do you get the best out of it, right? The poor child, man, so innocent, and yet such an old soul.
It's sad.
Y'all see this? Watch that flame, okay, y'all? My AC vent is far over there. Yes, I do have the AC on. People will say, "Oh, let's debunk it. It's the AC." It's not even in direct line to that. You watch that candle, y'all. Watch the flames. And watch how much movement it has when I ask specific questions and say specific things. And then you'll let me know in the comment section. So coming back to Summer, so she did have that little bit of, yeah, I'll follow, I'll conform, and yet I want to do this, simply because she wanted to explore, she wanted to try, she wanted to do stuff like in her realm of, in the realm of childhood, not anything beyond that. Um, I will also say that Summer always felt that she saw, she didn't understand in its completely, but she saw that the parents were going through some kind of struggle. And Summer always wanted to do something to help her parents to relieve that stress and to relieve that trauma.
Guys, do you know what I found really, really sad the other day when I think it was in one of the share interviews, and Donald was talking about Summer when Donald and Grandma Candace were having a disagreement, and Donald told her she had to leave, and how Summer went to Donald and begged him to not fight with her grandma and to let her stay. And Donald agreed. Like, that is the sweetest little thing. And it really got to me, that story. Whether it's a true story or not, I don't know. Would he have a reason to lie about that? But yeah, it's very, very cute. I don't know if we want to keep playing that. If you just want to go over and have a look, I've put the link in the comments and I'll put it in the description as well. But there's 4 of them altogether, if you just want to go and watch the rest of them. She seemed to waffle on for half of this one. But one thing I will tell you, that in this video and the next 2 videos she does, she says one of the parents is going to commit suicide. She doesn't stipulate whether it's a male or female, but she guarantees 100% one of them will commit suicide. And when she comes out with it the first time, it's quite like it sort of puts you back a bit, because even she was surprised that she said it. And that's why she gets to me. Like, you get goosebumps and things like that when you're watching it. But yeah, I found that interesting after watching the last Shares interview with Don, and he just looks so defeated. Like, I don't wish that on anybody, but she reiterates it like in the next 2 videos as well, that that's going to happen. So we'll see what happens and how the story unfolds, I guess. Yeah, I know. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning the first time I watched it when she said that, and I was like, holy crap. Because half was my reaction to the way she said it, because she sort of, perked up in a seat and looked at the camera like, I'm sorry, y'all, like, but it's going to happen. And it was like someone had just told her that was going to happen on the telephone. Like, she was quite shocked. So, yeah. And I was in a chat the other day, and they said 2 other psychics have said that that's going to happen as well. And you don't know, like, it could be just people picking up on, if you look at it realistically, it could be people picking up on his interviews and the way they look at the vigils and stuff, and probably how your head would be if you were in their situation. I'm so glad I found your site. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Carla. It will get better, I'm hoping, as I learn to do more things. Yeah, I don't know if you were here earlier, but we've had a few trolls in this afternoon, and I tried to block one, and I accidentally blocked Loretta. So after I get off here in a few minutes, because I'll have to wind it up, I'm going to have to try and work out how we get Loretta back. And yeah, and I don't know how to do mods, so I'm going to go and do a lesson on that as well after I get Loretta back. And yeah, I'm sure once we have a couple of mods to help me out, because this is the first time I've actually had trolls. So yeah, anyway, guys, I better get off here, and I'll be back tomorrow. So thanks for calling in. Please like and share and subscribe only if you feel like it. And we can talk again soon. But go over and say hi to Doug and tell him I sent you. Okay, thanks. Bye.